Well, another video, and what we're talking about here, what we're discussing about here. We're discussing about a lamp, the same lamp I showed in the last video. This lamp here, 23 watt, low energy polycarbonate floodlight, flood lamp, whatever you might call it, lamp light. And I put a 70 watts on sodium lamp into this. I took this 23 watt out, low energy, and put a screw of 70 watts on sodium into this. So this is the gear tray I actually made here for it. I actually made a gear tray for it, and it's this the gear tray. And I bring this down to have a look, and I turn around. I bring it down to have a look. And the camera. I turn the thing around, the thing won't turn around, so I would bring it down a bit. And this is the gear tray I actually made for it. And this, what you see, 70 watts on ballast and the igniter and the capacitor. So I rigged this wire, I rewired this all myself. So I'm the only person that I can do this myself. And if most of you, if you're out there, you have to learn first how to rig this. So somebody was asking me how to fire up a Son MEF. So now, as I say, but I want the camera back up to me. And as I say, the camera back up to me. As I say, if you're not with the wirings and all, and that, with all these wiring and all, if you're not compromised about electrics, don't do it anyway, because it be your own risk. It's just in case if you have the wires rigged up wrong way around, and if you plug it in and there's a little switch on that and switch it on and it's plugged in, power going into that, and what will happen is, if this won't fire up, or you fire up. So I always have to make sure you do it the right. You have to make sure they're rigged up the right, safest way. If you're not compromised electrics, don't do it anyway. Just don't do it if you're not compromised about it, if you haven't got a clue about it. So anyway, so I'm just going to give a little fire up from here. See how it goes. And let's plug it in and switch it on. And there she is coming on. Now I turn off this. And I turn off this light there, so you can see it kind of on turning on. So you can see the deflector and the silver thing in it inside that, because that's the cover's kind of glass, and you see all the silver inside that, and it warms up into yellow first. It goes into yellow, and I know you're going to get the camera waving up it there a little bit. So when you get the camera waving up a little bit, so I'm going to put this there, so I'm going to put this down here, so when the gear tray, you can actually hear the buzzing. So I'm putting my ear to it, so I can hear the little buzz out of the ballast onto the gear tray, so I can hear the buzz out of the ballast. So that one there. I know this street lamp there, the other street lamp there, this is the one I showed in the last video before a year ago. The Philips MI36, that one there. And now let's move on to this. No, don't mind that, because that I just stuck that there for some reason when I'm doing stuff, shifting stuff around in here. So now that's the way the ballast and the gear tray and the capacitor all rigged up together. So I'm going to bring them back up to me. I bring it back up to me, and I bring it back up to me. And this is, she takes about 9 minutes. A 70 watt sodium and low pressure sodium takes about 9 minutes to reach the full brightness. So we wait. If that first that came on, it came on straight on. yellow orangey colour, because if that had came on like white, like you think it was a metal halide, if that had came on white, it would came straight on white, pure white, natural white, and turns into sodium. That means a high pressure sodium. So that's, we can see that it's not the lamp that's doing that itself, it's waving up onto the camera, it's doing that itself, because the lamp is into full brightness. See how brightness that is when you're pointing it down, and then when you turn it that way, the wall brackets, and there's two holes there with the screws, and then they're just mounted onto the wall, and mounted onto the wall, they're facing down like that, or outside. They usually have them in yards and car parks and yards and all that. They are big driveways and yards and car parks, they usually use them for. So that's the way she gets to the full brightness. So when I put this lamp down here, so when I put this lamp down here, so when I knock her off there, and I put on the fluorescent. Now there's another fluorescent back there in the background behind me. So when I put this lamp out, and 3, 2, 1, let's go again. 3, 2, 1, off. So you can see a little orange red there, because it's roasting red hot. So roasting red hot can't move. The only thing is you can't touch these lamps inside. Open this out, and you can't touch these lamps when they're running on. They could scald the fingers and burn the fingers off you, burn the prints off your fingers. So the only thing is you can't touch them on MBFs. So and that's that now anyway. So and that's that anyway. So the other reason is I'm going to in the next video, it's on MBF. I have one up here. And it's this one. It's a 250 watt low pressure. I don't know if it's a high pressure sodium or low pressure sodium, because it's an old Sun MBF, and is it made by GEC? It says, don't know what it says, I can't see it. HPS or something. Santé 250 watt, made in England. Made in the UK. So this now the reason is, somebody was asking me how a friend of mine, and he knows somebody's training to be electrician, training how to work on one of these. He asked a friend of mine to ask me how do I fire, he's asking me how do I fire up one of these. I'll probably show in the next video, because I'll have it writing out on a right picture, ballast, capacitor, and iron wire. So I'll have it right out in the picture, and I'll show how it works, and I'll have it plugged in way it works, because I will get around in the next video. So I better put this up, because we don't want this fall, because we don't want any explosion falls onto the ground, because we don't want any explosions. So hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching, and remember, don't have fun with electrics, and bye for now.